Hello, everyone. So I'm sorry these are going to come a day late, but they're going to be coming like wildfire. But got the Dru Samia one, number 114 overall, fourth round. He's 6'5", 305. Run blocking, zone blocking is really, really good, and he kind of knows how to take advantage of those angles. And just in order for him to be able to create space in the run game for his running back, whatever term you want to use there. I think he does have enough strength to be an effective drive blocker, but he kind of lacks consistency when it comes to just staying square and keeping his upper and lower body kind of in rhythm, just synced up. They don't always match. Pass blocking, I think he does have a powerful anchor to just kind of absorb power, and it helps maintain the depth of the actual pocket itself, and often just uncovered. And he does do very well, though, when it comes to just looking for work. He's very good at looking for it and finding it, and he's pretty good at that when he is uncovered. And I do think he needs to be more consistent when he does. He needs to bring his feet with him a little bit more. They kind of lag behind a little bit. Always trying to play catch up there, and that's usually not good. And pass protection, he needs to clean that up, and need some slight, just initial punch improvement, just to kind of keep pass rushers at the edge of his reach a little bit, just so they're not always right up into him. When it comes to blocking in space, though, that's one of his things. This and zone run blocking is exactly his thing, and he's able to go up there in space. He can hit his targets with consistency, and he's able to kind of just anticipate just how the flow of everything is going. And once again, just angles, another thing he's really, really good at. And trapping, trapping's another thing, and just pulling and leading into gaps and being a lead blocker, pretty good at that too. And balances really well, and he's just always on time with everything he does in that. And I think personally, I think he has really good body control when it comes to in space, and I think he has enough strength that's required to absorb just the power and redirect kind of things. And great core. I think he doesn't have the O'Neal problem where you kind of worry about core strength and just that. Like, I think he has the core and the lower body strength. I don't think that's his issue. And I just think he needs to be able to kind of uncoil a little bit more. He doesn't. I don't think he does it often enough where he just kind of accelerates and lets it loose. So maybe just be like, "Hey, you don't need to calm down with that. It's fine." One of those things. And he's able to move bodies to create space. I think. Well, in the run game, and even though he's kind of a smallerish offensive lineman, he can kind of exchange power with the best of them. And he's always nasty. He's always looking to finish and just pancake people down, which is something we've kind of needed on this line for a while now. You kind of need guards to be a little bit more of a bully type. And I think we've been lacking that, especially last year with Remmers and Compton. I don't think they had that killer instinct that you really want. This guy has it. And I think he's really aware in pass protection, and he reacts well to just pressure packages if they're trying to hit him with a stunt or a certain lineup or things like that. He does really well when it comes to reacting with that, and he doesn't really panic, which is really good. And when it comes to just he knows when he's uncovered, look for work, find work, kill a guy. He knows the deal. So that's good. And he's able to take advantage of leverage and timing, normally solid, but going to the second level a little premature time at times, and kind of those combo or scoop kind of blocks. He doesn't always make sure those are done before he, you know, goes to the second level. But generally his like awareness and football IQ, whatever word you want to throw in there, that's generally I think a strong suit of his game, which is once again I feel like we haven't had that from a guard for a while now. As far as his feet go, I think he has good foot speed, and he's able to redirect his weight pretty well. He's a very athletic lineman, so that's something that is kind of expected. But he does need to be more consistent with sliding his feet to be square in pass protection. As I said, like they kind of lag behind sometimes, and it's not really good when that happens. And but his angles though, when he's climbing to the second level and just reach blocking, really good. So as far as his footwork on that stuff, don't really worry about it. And he doesn't have any mobility concerns. He has really good foot speed. It's just you got to touch up his feet a little bit more just to keep it in sync, in rhythm, you know. So there could be worse things to have as your, probably worst thing. His hands though, like sometimes he's sometimes low on the punch a little bit, and he's occasionally a little wide and late with the punch, which I think you can improve because they do look just like I said, like they're a little low. So if they're a little high, they kind of elongates the punch and it takes a little longer to get there. So if you can kind of get him to keep his hands a little higher, this could potentially be fixed a little bit just by doing that. And I wouldn't really worry about it too much after that if you're able to do it. And his hands just really just clamp on. He has pretty good grip strength on him, and he's really good at the positioning and the angles and all that. So once he gets his hands on you, he's really hard to get rid of. I think his contact power and balance normally sound, but when he gets caught with his feet left behind, you can see it lowers because obviously he's kind of off balanced at that point, and and upon initial contact he can kind of lose there, but that's a fixable issue, and he will get a little top heavy because of that issue. uh, I really good control on the move and usually has really good leverage, but he will get caught standing upright. So his balance could be a little better in some areas, but I think for the most part, you look at a very good, sound player in that regard. Now, he's a really effective zone blocker that he does well to take advantage of all the things that he does need to in terms of angles. He can take advantage of his athleticism versus some other guys, but he does need to kind of, in order to become a better gap power kind of blocker, I think he needs to just have an improved overall technique. And I think he has a lot of pass protection upside, meaning he's not really there yet in pass pro, but he is very close, I think. And I think he has a lot of fixable issues. And even though he does have slight tackle experience, he's a guard. He's not a tackle. He's a guard. So as far as a grade goes, I actually really like this one just because it's a perfect fit for what they want to do. They aren't looking to run too much gap power, and for when they do, it's not going to be the bulk of the offense. We're going to be running this Kubiak zone system. They're going to be running a heavy zone. Think Kyle Shanahan with all those outside runs and those bootlegs and those kind of things. That's kind of what we're going to see now with this offense, and he fits just right into it, whether that's as a depth piece or maybe even competing for a spot. Elfline Klein, you don't know. You never know. But he's just perfect for it, and even if he's not starting now, I think he's a great depth piece and a potential starter down the road. So I like this as an A- grade. I know that's a little high, but I think you couldn't really ask for much better. Like, to me, the three best zone blocking interior offensive linemen in this class were probably Bradbury, Lindstrom, and then you have him. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Till next time, I bid you all adieu.